6 years later, we're here in the Gush Katif Museum in Jerusalem, a museum which undertook to memorialize everything: the history, the joy, the pain, the protest, the good, and the bad. At the entrance to the museum, we familiarize ourselves with the chronology of Gush Katif, the history of Jewish settlement in Gaza. We started it here in the timeline of the Jewish history in Gaza, from our forefather Yitzchak until 2005, the disengagement from Gush Katif, the expulsion. Many visitors are surprised to find out that this is not just a number of communities that were established in recent times, but rather a history that is recorded in the Bible. This is one of the most important walls in the museum, because there are many new things here that people don't know about, like all the expulsions that took place throughout the centuries in Gaza. On the other side of the wall there is a map to place Gush Katif and show its relative size, and in the middle there are pictures that are certainly worth more than thousands of words. Through the pictures you can learn a bit about life in Gush Katif. A couple named Yehuda and Miriam Gross, Holocaust survivors who came to settle in Gush Katif and were expelled a second time, this time by Jews, and Ariel Yered, a boy who came in critical condition to the hospital when he was 3 months old after a mortar attack. Thank God he's alive today. After the pictures comes the art section. For many who experienced the expulsion from Gush Katif and for many others who saw the pictures from a distance, art is a way to share and express that which weighs heavily on the heart. Before we go into the black room, we are in the orange room. Orange, the color of the protest and the struggle against the expulsion, is the color that is seen here on posters, flyers, and photos, a documentation of a diverse mass protest that left an impression one way or another. Here's a wall that is filled with posters that were published before the expulsion and which called on people to come to protest, to break the kotel. There's also here mental preparation that the IDF did to the soldiers before the expulsion to mentally prepare them so they can handle it and expel people from their homes. After being impressed by the protest, we enter the black room and remember the end result. The expulsion took place, residents were uprooted, the soul was torn. The museum's guests stand or sit in silence, watching and weeping. They stay here glued to the screens, the tears. We all call this the black room, the room of the expulsion. We see a video of Rabbi Hanan Porat praying and protesting with all the strength, and remember his difficult condition today and pray for his recovery. There is also works of art in the black room, those that have to do with the destruction itself and the large rift. But the black room is not the last room. The last stage is the present, a room that displays the status of the expellees who are scattered all over the country today. We passed the historical timeline. We passed the greenhouses, the life in Gush Katif, the synagogues, the struggle before, the expulsion room, and now the last room, which is actually dealing with what is happening to the expellees today. There are many needs, many needy families who lost their jobs, their homes, starting from the beginning. And here is a memorial wall for the dead of Gush Katif. Many of them were uprooted from their burial places in the sands of Gush Katif. When we speak with the visitors to the museum, we understand that this is not just a visit that teaches something or turns on some kind of emotion. The conversations after the visit, the insights, the dilemmas, and the lessons learned remain long after the visit in this small museum in Jerusalem.